Hey YouTube, happy Sunday to each and every one of you. I'm glad to be here with you today. I'm just going to do a very quick update on Litecoin right now. Some of the things I'm seeing, there's some rejection that's taking place. Starting to see all these wicks, so that's all that profit taking, and you're also seeing it drop off a little bit even on the wicks as well. So we're not able to push up past that point. You can kind of draw a little trend line on there and see that's just falling a little bit. But those wicks, those are profit taking right there. And what you're seeing, guys, there's a doji here, and then we pushed up for a little bit more, and then we had a shooting star candle, and now we're going to see if this is a bearish engulfing candle of yesterday's candle. We're going to have to wait and see for the close today. But don't be surprised if there's some profit taken. Like we said, this has been a heck of a move that's taken place. So obviously the market and Litecoin needs to breathe at some point. Not saying that we're not going to go higher, but obviously we're due for some type of correction. Alright, and now it looks like it may be starting to happen a little bit. Guys, main spot I'd be looking at here in terms of falling, if we do have a massive fall, I'm going to take it from this candle. And what I want you to see here, so we're going to go just from this move right here when we powered up. We're going to take our Fibonacci, put it right on top there. So right now we're just slightly below that 0.236. We're going to see if we close below that, or if we're actually going to fall down into this 0.618 area, or this 50 right in there. So anywhere between $80 and $75 would be a nice pullback area, and also this 20 EMA would be a very nice pullback area. That's around $71 because profit will be taken. This was an enormous move that took place, so now it just needs to cool down a little bit, set a higher low, and then continue to the upside, guys. That's what we're looking for. We want this trend to continue, and right now we've just had beautiful support off this 20 EMA, and you see how we come down to it a lot of times, guys. We'll gap away from it, then we'll come back to it, and you see how far away from it we are right now. So just keep that in mind. Profit taken is taking place. You can see the wicks right there. Am I saying that another move couldn't come in, another whale could come in right here? That could happen at any time, guys. No one can tell you that, because we're not the ones who put in the tens of millions of dollars when it happens. So overhead resistance now, what we're going to be looking at, obviously we'd have these wicks that we have not got up above, so that's going to be $100. We wicked right up to that $100, that psychological round number right there. Then I would look to around this area right in here, roughly around that 123 to 127, and then I would look at, let's see, this area right here around 153, and then these tweezer tops around 185. And these are the levels that we're going to have to break, and each time we're going to have a pullback, then break another one, pull back on top of it. Because what you want to see, guys, even if we came down to here, we would want to consolidate off this that was broken resistance. We want to turn into support before we can go to the next level and try to break it. Then we want to consolidate upon that and then move to the next one. That's how it happens. It happens in those stages. You can even see here on drops. Then we move sideways and we drop into a lower channel, move sideways, drop into a lower channel, move sideways, and then just keep dropping into a lower channel. So at some point we're going to have that retracement. It looks like it's starting to happen a little bit now. Volume's starting to tail off a little bit. Our Bollinger Bands are overextended, which I'm going to show you those just so you know. And with Bollinger Bands, that's basically going to give you a good idea of when to buy, when to sell, when to take profits. And you're also going to be looking at that middle band for support and resistance as well. So let's zoom into this. Let's throw on our Bollinger Bands. Okay, so here's our Bollinger Band right here, guys, and we're up above that. So that's where profit taking could be taking place now. We obviously wicked up to 100, but we have not been able to get up above that because we need that breath, or that air. We need to cool down so we can just move a little bit higher. So cryptocurrency things can get very overextended, and then they have to have some time to correct and basically make up for that overextension. No, even here, guys, we gapped pretty far away. This move right here, so we had this major candle and we gapped up. We've still had a big air gap between this trend line. We still haven't properly came back and tested that as well. What we're going to have to do now is extend it out a little bit more. So we'll take this and we'll just keep drawing it out, because at some point we're going to come back and we're going to back test this. You know, it could be farther up the line here, you know, down the road, where we could have a higher low here, then a higher high, and then it just eventually works up to where we're going to back test this. But we've really gapped far away from this, especially now. So a lot of times you'll start to get pulled back like gravity onto these moving averages, or pulled onto these trend lines to test them again, to make sure that that price level is true. So, you know, this is what I'm looking at for Litecoin right now. I wanted to give you a very quick update. Just pay attention to these wicks. Okay, that's profit taking. That's traders taking profits. We had this doji right here. We got pushed up higher. And then this here, guys, it looked like a shooting star candle. I just saw that wick underneath right there. I couldn't see that before. I apologize. So this is more, a little bit longer of a doji. There's a little too much body in there, but basically that fight between the bulls and the bears has just been going on right there. And then we saw another day of rejection right here where we pushed up, and now we're starting to fall back down. We're going to have to see where we close. Now if we get sucked back up and we close up above this candle right here where we closed, then that could be a good sign that maybe we want to push a little bit higher and attempt to challenge that 100 again. But we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to be patient, you know, guys. And just even taking the Fibonacci from this overall move here, we take it from down here up into here, we see that this would be a nice spot, this 0.382, to have a pullback or a throwback onto, then to continue to move higher. So that'd be a nice breathing point also down here where we broke out of. That'd be beautiful if we came down in here, consolidated upon it, and then made another strong move up on some serious volume. Then we'd really be cooking. But this is some exciting stuff to see, guys. Not a ton to talk about right now. We just have to wait and see. We're at $89.80. Quick update, we're down 2.6%. So let's see what happens. See if we get another, you know, big whale to step in and move to the upside, or if we're going to finally have that little bit of breathing period that we need for the health of Litecoin. All right, my friends, take care. Have a wonderful Sunday. God bless each and every one of you. I'll try to get back to the comments tomorrow the best that I can. Been very busy with a lot of things. My other business and all that has to come first, guys, so that's what I've been doing, digging into all that stuff. But I'll do my best to give you these little updates. So if you like what we do here, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless you all.